die should be protected. That's our job and that's what we should do. People who die should not be infected by sequences walking of people who they knew. People who die matter, friends. They are what makes this great country so great. They who own the telephones, the easy chairs, the garden gnomes, they must be protected from their bird. Guns we fight today, who we repel and drive away, will soon be back for another attack. What plans have they for us? We can never see. What will their next move be? I wonder what their next move will be.
What will their next move be?
Your space commander has returned from Earth.
Send him in. You have your report.
We had to pull in here to Space Station 7 for regeneration. We're reporting to the planet Earth immediately thereafter.
What progress has been made?
We've contacted government officials that refuse to accept our existence.
What plan will you follow now?
Plan 9. It's been absolutely impossible to work through these Earth creatures. Their souls are too corrupted.
Plan 9. Ah, yes, Plan 9 deals with the resurrection of the dead. Long-distance electrodes shot into the pituitary glands of the recent dead. Have you attempted any of this plan as yet?
We have risen 2 so far. We shall be just as successful or more.
The living. They have no suspicion of your movements.
We had to dispose of one policeman. However, none of those risen have been seen, at least not by anyone who's still alive.
It is too bad it must be handled this way, however. It must. Those who have been taken from the grave will make way for our future operations.
Yes, Excellency.
Continue on. Report to me into Earth days about pituitary rays and nasty, nasty undead zombie things. Plan 9 is such a crafty route, so elegant and well thought out, the simple, horrid chaos that it brings. Plan 9, nasty thing. Plan 9, make me sing. Plan 9, with all your nasty little
Tricks and treats, scary feats.
It's good enough to eat. Plan 9, you are so simple. Plan 9, you make me tremble. Plan 9, I think you're just plain fine. You're one of a kind. Earth is a threat to us, darling. Darling. A dangerous, tacky little tramp. Darling. We'll show them a thing or two, darlings. Darlings. We'll teach them to
You're just good enough to eat.
Plan 9, you make me tremble. Plan 9, I think you're just plain fine. You're one of a kind. Plan 9. Boo-boo-be-doo, boo-boo-be-doo, boo-boo-be-doodly-doo.
I feared His Excellency would not take our report this well.
Well, had he been dealing with our own people, his reaction would have been totally different. He understands the difficulties of the Earth race.
What do you think will be the next obstacle the Earth people will put in our way?
Well, as long as they can think, we'll have our problems. But those whom we're using cannot think. They are the dead, brought to a simulated life by our electrode guns. It's an interesting thing when you think about the Earth people who can think. They are so frightened by those who cannot. The dead. Well, that ship's regenerated. We should get started.
I still think you should go to your mother's until I get back.
This is our home, and nothing's going to take me from it. Besides, most men try to keep their wives from going home to Mama.
Oh, that's not the point.
That's all the point there's going to be. Now, toddle off to your flying machine, darling, and if you see any more flying saucers, will you tell them to pick another house to buzz? Don't worry about me.
Oh, you're the only thing I worry about. You're my only cause for alarm. The only thought I have, my only wish, is to keep you far away from harm.
Oh, I'm not worried about spaceships. They're up there. But there's something out in the cemetery, and that's too close for comfort. That's too close for comfort.
The spaceships are up there, it's true, and the cemetery's out there too. And I'll be locked up in there till you return, darling. Off to your yonders, off to those yonders where the wildest and the bluest is you. Spaceships and cemeteries cannot get to me in there. So off to your wild blue yonders, off with you into the air.
But if I go off now and take to the skies and something nasty happens to you, how would I ever live with myself? Oh, when would I ever do?
Cornflower yonders will ease your fears, I'm sure. Green yonders never will save you. Red yonders never
lock the doors immediately.
I promise. Besides, I'll be in bed before half an hour is gone with your pillow beside me.
My pillow?
Well, I have to have something to keep me company while you're away. Sometimes in the night when it does get a little lonely, I reach over and touch it, and then it doesn't seem so lonely anymore.
Ooh, you crazy kid. I do love you, darling. Well, see you Thursday.
Goodbye, honey.
Now, you know I'm not leaving till you're locked safely inside.
All right, darling. If you're especially nice, I may even lock the side door.
Turn the yard lights on.
You're mighty silent this trip, Jeff.
Huh?
You haven't spoken 10 words since takeoff.
I guess I'm preoccupied, Danny.
Listen, we have 33 passengers back there that have time to be preoccupied. Flying this flybird doesn't give you that luxury.
I guess you're right, Danny.
Paula,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong between you two, is there?
Oh, no, Danny, nothing like that. It's just, she being there home all alone, the strange flying things over the house the past couple of days, the incidents in the cemetery, it's got me worried.
Well, I haven't figured out those skybirds yet, but I'll give you 50 to 1 odds the police have figured out that cemetery business by now.
I hope so.
If you're really that worried, Jeff, why don't you just radio in and find out? Max should be on duty at the field by now. He can call Paul and relay the message to you.
Hey, Edie.
Hi, Silence. I haven't heard a word from this end of the plane since we left the field.
Jeff's been giving me and him a study in silence.
You boys a feuding?
No, Edie. Nothing like that.
Hey, Edie. How about, you and me balling it up in Albuquerque?
Albuquerque. Have you read that flight schedule?
Yeah, what about it?
We land in Albuquerque at 4 a.m. That's strictly a 9 o'clock down.
Hey, I know a guy who can come over and
Let's
help us out
have
and
the
get into
problem first, huh, Danny?
Worry about Paula.
I read about that cemetery business. I tried to get you kids not to buy too near one of those things. Heaven knows we get there soon enough as it is.
Yeah, he thought it'd be peaceful and quiet there.
Oh, that's true. It's quiet, all right. Like a tomb. I'm sorry, Jeff. That was a bad joke. Oh, say, I almost forgot what I came up here for. How's that coffee business?
That's for me. It sure wouldn't hurt anything, Edie.
Okay, I'll be right back. And say, Jeff, make that call to your wife, huh?
Hey, not only is she throwing some water on my plan, but now she's repeating herself. Hey, how about that Albuquerque ball?
I can't resist your charm, Danny boy.
Residents near the cemetery paid little attention to the blast of thunder and the flash of lightning. But from that blast arose the moving figure of the dead old man.
Hello. Oh, hi, Mac. Oh, no, I'm fine. I just fell asleep. Tell Jeff that I'm okay. Thanks for calling. Good night.
Sure, it's tough to find something when you don't know what you're looking for. It's irksome and frustrating and downright hard. Doodly-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
I don't think the lieutenant does either.
Well, then what are we still doing out here? I was off duty an hour ago.
Don't ask me. I'm just a hard hand like you.
What are you you think that was?
Whatever it was, it's no more strange than the other things we've seen out here in this cemetery.
Spirits, like old Farmer Calder talked about.
Huh!
Maybe. The only spirits he saw tonight were those I smelled on his breath.
Well, let's not forget Mrs. Trent. She saw them too, and she didn't have anything on her breath.
She was hysterical.
True, she was frightened and in a state of shock. But let's not forget the torn nightgown and the scratched foot.
I'd forgotten about that. Guess that's why you're a detective, Lieutenant, and I'm still a uniformed cop.
Sometimes it's all in the bricks, Larry. In the meantime...
Lieutenant, did you hear that?
Sure was strange. Know what it was?
It was... a saucer!
A flying saucer?
What makes you say that?
Well, don't you remember that sound we heard the other night?
How could I forget? We were knocked to the ground.
Yes, but you're not remembering the noise.
There you're wrong, Lieutenant. I'm with the fact the sound is similar, but what about the blinding light, sir?
Well, haven't you heard? Sometimes a UFO comes without sound or light or anything for that matter.
That proves it. What next, Lieutenant?
Oh, maybe this doesn't mean much, but Larry and me found a grave that's been busted into.
What? Where?
Well,
Out with it, man! We don't have all night!
it's just over there beyond the crypt.
Well, lead the way.
Look, here it is, Lieutenant.
It's been broken into, all right.
Strange. If it had been broken into, the dirt should be piled up here, but, looks like it's fallen into the grave.
You'll be out of that uniform before you know it.
Well, do we have permission to look down there, sir?
Technically? No.
No.
But this spot does look familiar. Perhaps we can get the permission of the next of kin.
Oh, let's go get it.
How?
I see what you mean. The headstone's down in the grave.
Looks like someone's going to have to go down and find out whose grave it is.
How?
By going down and finding out.
Are you sure you mean that, Lieutenant?
If I didn't mean it, I wouldn't have said it.
Garrett?
How come I always get hooked up with the spook details? Monsters, graves, bodies. All right. The casket's here, but nobody's in it.
Can you see whose grave it is?
It's too dark. Give me a flashlight.
How about a match?
Well, we can try it. Give it to me. It's Inspector Clay's grave. But he ain't in it.
In the Pentagon, in Washington, D.C.
Try G2. Ah! Come in, Colonel. Yeah, I'll have to call you back. Yeah. Yeah, no. Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll keep in touch. All right. Bye-bye. Sit down, Colonel. Close the door. At ease, Colonel.
Thank you, sir.
Been on tap for a lot of our saucer attacks, Colonel.
I'm in charge of field operations, sir.
You believe there are such things as flying saucers?
Yes, sir.
You've seen them?
Yes, sir.
You do understand there's a government directive stating that there are no such things as flying saucers.
Yes, sir.
You stand by your statement then that you believe there are flying saucers?
Well, yes, sir.
But you do understand this could mean a court-martial admitting that under direct orders.
General Roberts, may I speak freely?
You may.
How could I hope to hold down my command if I don't believe in what I saw and shot at?
I like you, Colonel.
Thank you, sir.
There are such things as flying saucers. Been seen for years, so
What are we going to do about them, sir?
who knows, right?
Then they really are there?
I thought you were convinced of that.
Oh, I am. I am.
You know, we've made contact with them.
Contact? How?
Radio.
They speak our language?
Well, not really. First it came in as a bunch of jumbled noise, you know.
And now, sir?
Well, now we've developed a machine, language computer, that translates any language into our own.
General Roberts, what's all this got to do with me?
Well, you've been in charge of saucer field activity for a long time. I think it's about time you heard these. You mind?
Mind? I'm anxious.
It's a tricky latch on
This is Eros, a space soldier from a planet of your galaxy. I fully realize our language differences. However, I also know you finally have perfected the dictorobatary, or as you Earth put it, the language computer. So you can now understand that which I speak. Since the beginning of your time, we have been far beyond your planet. It has taken you centuries to even grasp what we developed eons of your Earth years ago. Do you still believe it impossible that we exist? Did you actually think you were the only inhabited planet in the universe? How can any race be so stupid? Permit me to set your mind at ease. We do not want to conquer your planet, only save it. We could have destroyed it long ago, if that had been our aim. Our principal purpose is friendly. I admit we have had to take certain means which you might prefer as criminal, but that is because your big guns, which have destroyed some of our representatives. If you persist in denying us our landings, then we must only accept that you do not want us on friendly terms. We then have no alternative but to destroy you before you destroy us. With your ancient juvenile minds, you have developed explosives too fast for your minds to conceive what you are doing. You are on the verge of destroying the entire universe. We are part of that universe. This is our last